All right, good morning, everybody. We're getting ready to kick off another Average Joe Trading Morning Show here. Get ready to get started on this fabulous Wednesday, hump day. I always used to look forward to hump day and Fridays, but now that just means the week is coming to an end too quickly. You know, I love my job now. I love the work I'm doing. So I hate when the weekend comes. All right, this morning, we're going to talk a little bit about what the class is going to be about today. This afternoon, we're going to talk about what makes a stock price move. I get a lot of questions all the time about, what makes a stock move? Why is this stock moving in the direction that it's moving? I don't understand. And really, that's one of the key fundamentals that you need to master when you start trading, especially day trading. As we look at the stock market every day, we look at the prices go up and down. Some stocks we look at, the price will have a larger range than others. And like I said, I always get the question, well, why is this stock only moving 10 cents and this stock moves $1? Or this stock can move $10? And there's a number of variables that factor into that equation. But it all boils down to one. And that's what I'm going to share with you this afternoon in our class. The one variable that you're going to have to figure out. And it's going to take some factoring on your part. But once you get comfortable doing it, and you learn and you understand how the market reacts to these factors, and the one key variable is driving the market, then you're going to you should have an aha moment. So, real quickly, these are companies that are on the stock exchange. Now, do you think stocks move because a company is good, that you like the products that a company puts out? I have Netflix. I watch Netflix all the time. Used to be a United customer, but not anymore. I like Harley Davidson, Snap-on, Yahoo. My kids, growing up, they like Skechers. So, do you think the stock moves because of how you like or how you perceive the product? If you like Netflix and you think, well, it's a great product, so I'm going to buy Netflix today. Is that what makes a stock price move? Just because we like a product or we think the product is good? Do you think stocks price move because of the analysts we see on TV? Do they make the price move? I got Jim Cramer on here twice. Didn't mean to do that. But, there's a lot of traders that watch the news all day. They watch CNBC all day. I used to be one. So do you think that makes the stock price move? Or what about the company's fundamentals? Does that make the stock price move? These are just questions I kind of want you to think about, because these are just four variables that can have some effect on the stock. The internal events, what's going inside the company. the external events, what's going on around the company, the market pressure. That's where and hype. That's where the hype is, where you got the analysts and, everybody giving their own opinion. So the question we're going to answer today is, what's the true reason the stock price moves? That's the big question. That's the $1 million question here. What's the true reason that makes the stock price move? Now, while I have everybody's attention, I need to fix something here. Ever since my stepfather's passing, he passed suddenly. We didn't expect it. And a lot of things have changed. And a lot of things that I have to deal with on a daily basis has changed. And I completely got this day trading class schedule messed up. I was telling people we were starting on Thursday, the April 18th. Well, April 18th was yesterday. And the class is going to be on Tuesdays, not Thursdays. So I need to put that out there where I've got everybody's attention. And I think I've talked to, there may be one person I haven't gotten to yet that that signed up. But the class will be on Tuesdays at 4:30. And it's starting next Tuesday. Because it really should have started yesterday. But when I was looking at this thing last night, and I was like, today is the 18th. And I was thinking Thursday. So everything kind of got haywire. So it will start on the 25th. If you have any questions about it, just shoot me an email. But needed to put that out there so I can kind of get that straight. All right, so let's see what's moving this morning. See what we got going on. Oh, I do have something to share too once we get through all of this. Okay, AGIO. Let's see what's happening with it. Is selling off. I know that. It's going down. Public offering. So evidently they're strapped for cash. At least that's my take on it. So this will go on the back burner because I don't typically day trade public offerings. Those are something I like to swing trade. So let's move. GS, I think this was on the scan yesterday. Golly, man, we got a lot of high dollar stocks on here today. GS, AverageJoe, ASML. That's in my, ASML is in my price range. They had an earnings beat. So we'll take a look at that. And rare. We had a slight increase in volume. We got a little tail to the upside, little wick to the upside there. Okay. So this came out after close yesterday. Positive results on the drug test. Typically, something that will move a biotech stock. Now, as far as AAOI, I'm not going to really look to trade that at the open. It kind of broke its cycle yesterday. So, yeah, and you're right. It got downgraded by Wedbush and H.C. Wainwright. So, yeah, it did get downgraded as well. Which is crazy. The stock's going up, but it got downgraded. Or it gapped up, but it's got downgraded. So that should make for an interesting day. Let's look at, see, volume here. Let's see, LRCX is probably going to hit the scan here in a minute. It doesn't look like it has much. It's got a $2.02 ATR, but yesterday it only moved 10 cents. Okay, this was reiterated to outperform. So we had an analyst upgrade here. And it was on earnings. They topped revenue estimates. Alright, so we'll take a look at that chart, because that's probably going to hit the scan here in a minute. IBM is just over. Just a tick over. I'll take a look at it just in case I can't fill my watch list. We'll take a look at IBM. I mean, it's close enough to my $150 close to my $150 limit. All right. So, all right, POST. Well, to tell you what I have to tell you on that, this is why you really don't want to give your kids who you're teaching to trade your login for your account, because I am, I logged in this morning and saw that I'm in post. My daughter was messing around yesterday and took 200 shares of post that I'm swinging without my knowledge. But, I mean, it was an accident, but that's why she's getting her own account. So she can accidentally lose her own money. But we'll look at that in a little bit. I can see what she was looking at, but she didn't mean to actually do what she did. You know how teenagers get distracted. Alright, so ASML, we are just under, let's see, 130.88. Yesterday it closed just under the 20 day here. Let's see, 130.88. All right, so we got a 52-week high. 134.29. Well, actually, this is a 10-year chart, I think. But 52-week high we're sitting on here. So let me blow this up so I can see this a little bit better. This is a consistent downtrend here. I don't see. And then we had a bounce here. And this is a gap, but I don't usually mark gaps. So we're kind of wide open here. Let me go back and see if we can find any more price action back here. Yep, that was a 10-year high. I don't see any more price action back here. So this might be interesting if we get some volume today. This ASML. So we got a pretty big window here to the upside. Doesn't really move much, but the potential is there if we get volume. Because we are in this range right here, and it's pretty wide open. So we had a pretty nice window here. So we'll put that on watch. Well, ASML, Frank, it does have $1.34 ATR, and that's on average. So typically when a stock gets a catalyst or something behind it, it can trade 2 or 3 times its ATR. So if volume comes in, if we get some volume behind this, we can definitely see a move out of this. And then we're in this big window here. You know, if there is a level that it may react to, it'll probably be this here, which is, you know, what's holding it now. This level right here. But, you know, I'm anticipating us to get through this level and hold it, and we can probably go through and make, you know, a new high. This is a 10-year chart, and this is the high of the last 10 years. This may be an all-time high for it. So this will give us some, you know, this does make this stock real interesting to me. All right. Let's look at RARE. This one doesn't seem to have a whole lot of range in it right now. Let's see, 65.07 is the 20-day. And it kind of lines up with some of these other levels here. Yeah, this didn't seem like, just looking at the chart before I even drew levels on it. You know, we've got some decent pockets here. So we'll have to wait and see how this opens. We do have some decent pockets and windows of opportunity on rare. So this will be one of these stocks where we have to just sit back and wait and watch the open. And you can see how these levels, these are historical levels. I drew them all the way over here on the right side. And then as we go back, you can see all of these levels come into play. They are still, you know, even though they occurred over here, they're still in play today. Yep, so we'll keep rare on watch. We get some volume, this can definitely open up and give us some opportunities. So RARE. Makes it. Let's see. So I'm gonna watch look at AGIO, I think it was. I think that's what I was gonna look at. All right, that looks. This was a public offering. So yesterday, it kind of reacted to this level here. Let me remove these drawings. Got to remove these, and let's kind of start over here. Because I think those levels were from probably 2 years ago. If they didn't have a price on them, those are levels I drew over 2 years ago. Alright, so let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at on this. Alright. I haven't gotten the IBM yet. That's the last one on my list. So I think I've got all of these that I hit. Ah, shit. That slipped. Alright, I think I got everything I need out of this. I think it's in this window right here, right now. Yeah, and I don't. We've got this level here. Alright, so AGIO may be interesting. Like I said, I don't really like to trade these public offerings as a day trade. but it's something I may look into a little bit for maybe a longer term swing trade. We'll have to see what happens with that. See, IBM is the last one. That we're going to look at here. We're trading around 160.76. So this will probably be the ceiling for me. So we're looking for any levels. I don't see. The only thing that might come in play is the 200 here, but I've already got that level marked. Let's see, what level is it? 164.66. So yeah, we're right there. All right. I don't see anything else. Let's see, the next window down on IBM is like 159. It's like a point down. So there's some nice windows in here. It's already had its conference call, so maybe a little bit safer trader. So even though it's about 10 cents above, what my price limit is, I'm gonna entertain this, put it on my watch list. So I've got ASML, RARE, and IBM. MUSA only has 200 shares traded today. So that does not make the cut, nowhere near. All right, so it's 9 o'clock. My watch list is set. AverageJoe and GS will probably be good traders as well. Tesla will probably be a good trader. It's just that these are outside of the range that I want to trade right now. So these three stocks can, give us some opportunity. But with these, you're trading, typically you want to have a little bit larger account, and you'll have to give it a little bit more room because, these have larger swings. Like Tesla, on an average, each candle can swing $3. So you got to be able to give, it enough room in order to work. You have to be willing to be down $3, maybe $4 a share to allow the trade to work itself out. And that's kind of what makes it difficult when you have a smaller account. All right, so POST, this is the one. When you see my platform come up, you'll see it'll have 0 tickets because this is what she entered in yesterday. And she was looking at this and she was like, you know, this thing, it closed under the 50-day here. And she was saying, you know, there's a good opportunity we can get to the 90 or even the 200. And that's kind of what she was looking at. But, you know, I think she's going to be a hotkey person. And she hotkeyed this thing and got in a couple hundred shares at 84.57. So we'll see what happens at open day. I'm going to have to manage it. So definitely if we get a wash at the open, I'm going to go ahead and take it. If it starts to pop at the open, I'll take it off. But this is not, well, it could have been Leo. You know, because every time she gets on the computer, he's standing there. Just like me, when I'm sitting here, he'll jump in my lap and stand on the computer. So, you know, I wouldn't blame it. I wouldn't put it past my day trading cat here. But he'll be here hanging out with me in about 2 weeks. They're finishing up their semester. So in the next week or two, my buddy will be back here with me for the summer. I'm typing it up now. I'm typing my watch list up as we speak. Were you talking about post? It's no, she is short. I mean, and I see the trend you're looking at. Even if you know, this is where we started making higher highs. I mean, higher lows. So I see the trend that you were looking at. Like right here. So it's got it right down to the 90, which is what she was looking at. You know, that's the trade she was looking at. Right down to the 90 moving average. She was looking at under the 50 down to the 90. Possibly a move to the 200 and then back up. But that's what she was looking at. AGIO is a public offering, and it's something that I might look at swing trading. I'd have to look at the company fundamentals to see what's going on there. Let's see. Let me type in here what I'm watching. Watching RARE. Hey, Frank, AZ is, if you're asking about a small cap stock, she'll usually post her levels and everything that she's looking at in the small cap chat. So just click on that tab and you should be able to find all of the information that she has on that. All right, so what we're going to do now is just kind of hang out and wait for the open. Watch these stocks going into the open here. Let's see, ASML, and what would be my other main watch here? RARE. And then we have IBM. let's see. Now we finished the application um, for my daughter, I think last week on the 11th. And it's still under review. So it does take, usually takes about a week for them to go through their review process. I don't think they do much work on the weekends, so we should get word back. We might have to. I'm pretty sure we were very meticulous in making sure that we got all of the information right that they needed.
Abbott, CEO, says Q2 adjusted earnings forecast of 59 to 61 cents. That's on their conference call for Bravo Tango.
All right. Yep, Brian, the fees with the Sure Trader card works. It works pretty good. I don't. It's no different really than the PayPal debit card. works pretty good. And so far, the security has been tight. It's a chip card, so it does have that chip, that added measure of security on it. So I'm pretty pleased. You get your money the same day. If you like Friday morning, if you request the money Friday morning, you should have it, by lunchtime. If not right after. Yeah, Wes, that they're on island time. I wish I was on island time. So I'd be in good shape if I was on island time.
FB Facebook, hearing M signs, lowering Facebook North America revenue estimates for Q1, showing ad spending to blame. That's Foxtrot Bravo.
Akiva, the last time I looked at MS, it didn't have any, wasn't doing anything. Wrong, wrong chart. Yeah, there was no. Yeah, it did have earnings. It's just not. Oh, it's Morgan Stanley. This might be blocked on my because it's a financial institution. It's made a nice gap up, but I typically don't trade financial institution. Well, LRCX may be good, but I've already got 3 on my watch list, so it didn't make it on time. I did see it over here. I thought, yeah, I did see it over here, and it didn't have. Um, the volume yet. But I did see it over here on this side. And now it didn't get the volume until after 9 o'clock. So that's why it didn't really make my watch list. But it's still, a stock that I would look at. It may come in to me for a secondary trade. But I typically stick to, if it's not, if I don't have it by 9 o'clock, it doesn't make my watch list. All right, let's see what the day is going to bring. Yeah, IBM is already bouncing. Already bouncing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Let me see if I have to get out of this thing. I'm going to be watching this because I may have to dump this here relatively quickly. Yeah, which is crazy. We've got the bid higher than the ask. No, okay, now I see it's the spread. That's what's crazy on this. It's the huge spread. I don't know what kind of mess this girl's got me into here. Alright, what I need to do with this is this is not something that I normally would even trade. I need to focus on I need to focus on the trades I'm looking at today. And this might wash straight to the 200 here. Crap. That's trading a little crazy. The walls are closing in on IBM. Mm, 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 mm. All right, let's see. Looking at this for the opening range breakdown here. But we've got the 200 right here. Which is 63.24. So what about 80 cents away? Not sure on that deal. Not really sure on that. I don't see too many opening range trades setting up to where I would even like it. Alright, this may be starting to work here. But the spreads are pretty wicked here. It's over 10 cents. I don't really like trading spreads over 10 cents. Just makes it a little bit difficult to manage my trades, especially when you don't have a lot of room for error and you're trying to manage your losses. This is kind of what you have to deal with. So I think AAOI is trying to go red on the day. It's trying. See, ASML. Kind of have to wait for this candle to close. And this is the mistake I made yesterday. I was trying to anticipate the fade and got in, and the 5-minute candle never closed below these levels.
FNSR.
And I mean, if it washes out too much and I miss it, then so be it. You know, this one's got a pretty wide spread as well. So if we wash too far away from these levels,
BIDU.
then what I have to do is wait for a bounce. I mean, that's all I can do is wait for a bounce. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to come back to this or not. I doubt it. $132.18 was the low, so 132.08 was where I would have wanted to get short on this.
BIDU.
But we had that quick drop. I don't think we're going to get back to it, and I'm not going to chase it down.
FNSR. BIDU.
Yeah, this isn't going to give me an entry here.
FNSR.
FNSR is washing pretty good. FNSR. Yeah, just flat missed the trade on this. This didn't give me a good feeling to enter, and it never did give me a chance to get in. You know, once it washed, it never came back.
BIDU.
Let's see, AAOI. This I would need it to bounce. Come back
GNC
and
popping to the
retest
high,
this.
948 on volume. Golf November Charlie.
I would need a bounce and a retest for me to get in. I'm not gonna get in, not gonna short it onto this 200, but it will if it runs up here. Then yeah. And if that's the case, then that tells me that this bank is already open. I think this ASML, what I was looking for it, if you guys caught it, 130.88 was the target on this. And this is the daily, the 20 moving
UK
average
Parliament
from the daily.
votes by 522 to 13 in favor of early national election.
So that would be the target right here.
BIDU.
GNMX, AV Genomic Medicine spiked to the high, $1.90 on volume. Golf November Michael X-ray.
BIDU.
So I think we may get the target here. This was the target I was looking at right here on ASML. That 130.88 looks like it. There is a chance it'll get there. AAOI, I want to see a bounce before I get short on this. And you see,
Dish.
this was the this was the move I was trying to trade yesterday. You know, the move up and the fail push, and I was trying to get short. And I shorted, you know, just above all of this, and it bounced. It didn't lose it.
TXMD, Tango X-ray Michael Delta, 515 up 30 cents.
No, but had I done it today,
IMF tweeting TXMD all but confirms
Let me
MTA
turn it.
rejection of TX004HR expected on May 7th.
BIDU.
I don't need to hear Benzinga right now. Don't need to hear him right now. FNSR, I will look to get short on the trend continuation. on a rejection of the VWAP right here. Yeah, we're getting there. And I get, had I chased this, I still would have done good on it. But I just don't want to set that precedence. Do not want to set that precedence right now. And let's see where we're going to bounce, where we may reject. I'm looking for a rejection here to get short.
FNSR ticking a bit higher here, 2245. Sweeping the May 23 call on Foxtrot November Sandy Romeo.
Yep, thanks TJ. I wish I had been able to catch that. That's the whole thing. I wish I had been able to catch that move. That was a sweet trade. Probably the best trade of the day. I'm not going to be able to keep my eye on AAOI at this point.
UNH.
I know I want to take this, and the risk will be it going back green on the day. But I don't have. This isn't a trade I'm going to be able to sit here and watch all day, because I'm looking for other moves. This is something that I would like to trade and hold for, pretty much the whole day. I think we have the chance for this to continue to fade most of the day. But I'm trying to wait on a bounce on this thing to where we come back up and test this. And that would give me a more solid entry. Getting in here and having a risk on 44.20, that's not something that I'm really willing to do.
UNH.
And this is a lower volume stock, but it's been given some solid moves over the past couple of days. But I still want to be able to manage my risk. Yeah, so if we get into the 90s, possibly I could get an entry. Here we go. This is the pop I'm looking for. we can get up closer to this 44.20 level, I'll be okay taking it. But because this has lower volume, it can drop at any minute.
FB.
See, I'm gonna go ahead and get in it now. I'm in it at 44.09. My hard stop's gonna be 44.39. This is what burned me yesterday. I didn't put a hard stop in. And when it recovered, we were in bad shape. Well, I was in bad shape.
FDIC's Honig warns against scrapping Title II regulation without further U.S. bankruptcy reforms.
UNH.
Alright, so FNSR, that's the one I'm looking for right now. This has to close below the VWAP for me to get it. It's starting to set up on the 2 minute. You can see it right here. But
MZOR, Mason Robotics, spiking higher, $32. Michael Zulu Oscar Romeo.
now if we get a third candle on the 2 minute, the next candle closed below the VWAP here, then I will look to get in a little bit earlier.
FB.
MZOR hit a high of 32.43 on a big spike in volume.
This thing's gonna wash. It's gonna get too close. And it's gonna take me out of my trade here. We got about 15 more seconds for this candle. This 2 minute candle. But I have to be
Mason
patient.
Robotics to be on Mad Money tonight.
I have to be patient. All right, here we go.
UNH.
All right. I missed the 25. Pop the 25. I wanted to get this a little closer to 30. But I'll put my order out here at 25. It seems to be popping the 25 every now and then and getting hit. Alright, so I got short here at 25. First target is going to be 22. That's going to be my first target.
UNH.
All right, so we got the close below. This candle's gonna have to confirm it. And it's not, so I need to put in my stop. Because again, I can't let this get away from me.
XPLR, Explorer Technologies, moving its commercial banking relationships to Bank of America. Entered into new $15 million 3-year secured line of credit with Bank of America. That's XPLR. BBRY, BlackBerry expands its cybersecurity services reach via Allied World. It's BBRY. SIG, Signet Jewelers, new board committee appointed former federal judge to conduct review
thought I
of
had
policies
turned this
regarding
dude
equal
off.
opportunity and workplace expectations. Sandy India Golf.
How did he turn himself back on?
CAH.
Alright, now we're getting some resolve here. If we can get down to 2220, get our first cover. I don't need to do that one just yet. There's another level here, another daily level. This thing's having some issues here. Seem like everything I
CAH.
trade from yesterday has issues making a move. Guess I'm losing too much weight. I need to get on it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to put it in. We're not getting the resolve on this that I want to see. Not getting a whole lot of follow through. And really it's because I'm shorting this stuff. And the market is moving up. You know, I'm shorting, so I'm trading against the market. You know, I'm using the chart, I'm using the technicals, but I'm trading against the market,
CAH.
which is, you know, making this a little bit more difficult than it should be. What about AAOI? I mean, I got my stop in. So it's on autopilot. Yeah, I've got my stop in on it. My max loss stop, which should give it enough room to test these moving averages. If it pops and runs, then it's gonna protect me. It's not gonna do me like it did yesterday, where I just held on for dear life. And I grabbed the old shit handle and had to bail out. So I'm kind of protected today. This FNSR is not working out the way I had anticipated. Can we take a dip down to 22 even? That's all we need to do. Take out my 22 cover and I'll be fine. Take out my bid here at 22, please.
CAH.
This is making me mad. This is really starting to irritate me. We have some. We have a lot of support building in here at 22. I figured at least we could get 22 on this. You see how we dipped down here? I figured we could at least get 22 on this trade. So if we keep fighting, I'm watching the 2 minute. If we start to trend up on the 2 minute on this deal, I'm gonna click it. Because at this point, I'm not sure where we're gonna go with this. If we're gonna get the quick flush. Seems like we're having some issues here. Got a whole lot of support building in right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off here at 20. Of course, when I take it off, we're gonna get the drop. Of course. That's all it takes. But I only gave up 3 cents, so that's fine. See if we get 2180 on this next deal. I'm gonna see if we hit this, and then I'll leave the rest on. My stop on this last half is gonna be break even. So I put this in there to make sure I don't allow myself to lose whatever little profit I get from the first trade. I do this to make sure that I don't give anything back. The rush,
FNSR.
the rush cow is I'm impatient until I get the first cover. And then once I get the first cover, I can sit here all day and wait for it to work. That's where my impatience lies. So I have a lot of patience. It just takes me waiting and getting the first cover. What symbol are you talking about, Rodney? What are you asking? Now, this may be a product of being too greedy. 2183 is the level. I put it at 2180 just in case we get a dip below it. But it did hit 2183. If I was trading my 1500 account, I would have taken it all off at 22. Unless I was in, depends on how many shares I was in. If I was in 200, I probably would have taken it all off at 22. If I was in 300, I probably would have taken half off at 22, just like I did with this 500 share. I'll tell you, this sucks. This just plain flat sucks. I hate when the market is just crappy. You don't get the full moves. You get partial moves. You get half, slow baby follow through moves. We've been sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting for this market to recover and give us something. And it just won't. It won't do what we wanted, what we need it to do. Every day, every now and then, maybe 3-4 days out of the month, we get the market that I like. But that's it. Let me see what this candle's gonna do. If not, I'll dump the rest of this mess. I don't want to see a pullback to VWAP. This is a double bottom here. We tested this. I thought we would try to push through this on this move down. That was my anticipation, which is why I took half of it off. I could have just say I'll take it all off at 22.85. But I was expecting a little bit stronger move through this. And so now we're stuck in this $22, this whole dollar supply zone here. And I really need it to, give me a little bit more. Yeah, Darius, AAOI is pretty choppy. That's why I'm not watching it. When you try to day trade let me see. I'm just going to take this off. I'm out of it. I'm all out of FNSR. This was a disappointment. I mean, we made a couple bucks on it, but disappointing trade. Nothing what I had anticipated. And the reason why I took it off, we're making a higher high here on the 5-minute. And it'd be dumb to let me go up here and stop myself out because it looks like it's running to VWAP again. And this is not enough room for me to trade this off this VWAP bounce again. I don't want to do it. Yeah, IBM may have a nice window down to 160. Let's see, TSO. Yeah, it may come back down, and I'm not playing with it. Everything is just too choppy today, just like yesterday. Some of these stocks made some good initial moves, like ASML. ASML made a nice initial move. Awesome. I just flat missed it. I mean, bottom line, this was the trade of the day, and I just flat missed it. If you caught it, then this was awesome. And I take my hat off to you. And in this case, a chase would have paid me beautifully. Had I made that decision to chase. See, RARE, the spreads on it was a little bit too much. And it's still very spready. But we've got this take a look at the SPY here. You know, we've been trending up the last couple of days. So we may be holding this 20. The 20 is usually what, for the last, I'd say, month, the 20 moving average has been the key to a lot of trades. It's been the strongest indicator. And, you know, these indicators change from market to market, time to time. Let's see, maybe time to take half off of this AAOI. I'm looking for 43.50. Don't know if we're gonna get it yet, but 43.50 is what I'm looking for. For the first cover on it. I don't know, you're talking about KO. KO, that Coca-Cola, it doesn't really have any range to it. You know, where it is now, the VWAP is only 16 cents. So no, you know, that's not something I would look at trading. Looks like FNSR is gonna try this again. This wasn't what I wanted to get caught up in. So, which is why I got out of this. And just took what it gave me and moved on. But this is gonna haunt me all day long. Here was the entry was right here. This was the entry right here. And I mean, look at this. This is absolutely beautiful.
Rare.
All right, so we got hit on AAOI. So got to put my stop now back at break even. $44.09. So this does is protects the money that we have already locked in. So I'm playing AAOI a little bit more conservative today because of the hit I took on it yesterday. So, psychological wise, I wouldn't be comfortable, putting a whole lot into that. So just managing it a little bit more conservative today. Probably 43 would probably be the next target on that. Lack of patience is what kind of doomed me on FNSR. 2183 I think is going to be the floor today. We probably could have got it. Probably could have got a dip down it. If 2183 isn't the floor, 2144 definitely will be. And I was looking to hold a little bit. Once it hit 2180, I was holding some more just to see if we would get 2144. If that was going to be the floor today. So, that was my thinking on it. I want to see if we can get 43 before we get another bounce. Again, I'm going to manage this the same way. If we get a bounce, if we start to bounce here, 43.50, and we get a candle to make a higher high, higher low, then I'm going to take it off and wait for the bounce, and then I'll look to get back in. I don't have anything else I'm watching right now, so I can kind of keep my eye on this for the time being. And again, we're dealing with lower volume, so the float's going to be a little bit lower on this. I mean, not the float, the spread is going to be a little bit wider on this. It is a low float stop. Yeah, I see more downside in AAOI. I mean, ideally we get back to 42.50 today. That's my target. My ultimate target at the end of the day for this AAOI is 42.50. I think IBM is going to get 160. I believe we're going to get 160 on this pullback here.
IBM.
And you see on the 60-minute, this 60-minute chart, we're still got some, good downtrend going. We're below yesterday's close, and we're 30 minutes into this candle. We are well below this green to red line here, or red to green line, however you want to look at it. But watching these candles here, like I said, we make a bounce. If this candle closes and we're making a higher low, higher high, then I'm going to take it off. I'm going to lock in this and then wait for
IBM.
the next pullback or the next bounce to this level and look to short it again. Then IBM is nice. We're right at 160, right where I figured we would hit. I mean, it can fade 160. I just don't know if it's going to have enough sellers there at 160 to sell it off more. I doubt it. Think we might get a bounce here. Yeah, FNSR is doing exactly what I thought it was going to do.
IBM.
Exactly. If I'd have held through all of this, I'd have been stopped out. At least here, I booked a couple more dollars. Exactly what I thought it was going to do. And not really interested in taking it again. This would be a little scalp on a rejection if we took it again. Man, I hate it when it does this crap. That's one of the problems with lower float stocks. I mean, it just runs a freaking way from you. I couldn't manage it the way I wanted it to. I mean, in a matter of seconds, it ran right up to the level that I wanted to base the trade off of. And I'm not the type trader that adds in. I like to kill my position and then start over again. But now, this candle pretty much took it out of my hands. It wouldn't make sense for me to cut it off here for like 15, 20 cents. That's not really what I'm looking for. Now, if we had closed up here around 43.65 or so, then yeah, I would have cut it off, look for it to pull back and hit this. So I kind of have to change the way I wanted to manage this, because I wanted to get back in with 300 shares off of this rejection here for the strong, for more move down. Now I'm kind of limited, and I don't want to add in because it's going to screw up
IBM.
my average. And psychologically, I have a problem doing that. That's something I haven't been able to really do much with. Yeah, IBM right on 160. May get 159.80. The level is sitting at 159.80. So I might even hit that. But I figured we would at least get 160 on this. Yeah. Meanwhile, FNSR has claimed the VWAP and it's running back on up the hill.
IBM. Yeah, so everything is kind of slow. I'm gonna let this sneak peek Wednesday run for a little bit. I figured my hours up this morning, so I've got some extra time to let it run today. ASML, the next level is 128.34. So it's got like another point that it can probably run. You know, it's in that huge window. So I tell you, when I look at these trades tonight, I'm gonna kick myself for missing that one. Kick myself, slap myself. Because that definitely was the trade of the week. Bloody Mary with extra horseradish. No, I'm gonna be getting into my Evan Williams tonight. No Bloody Mary. Yep, SPY's coming in very nicely. Show you, this is what I'm looking at on AAOI. It's like, I think it's trying to form a bear flag here, but with the lack of volume, you really don't know what the hell it's gonna do. And it is very, very rare that you will even see me trade a stock with this little volume. But it makes such good moves on low volume. And most of the time they're predictable. See, RARE just lost the 200. So here's what's it gonna do? What's it going to do? Still, it probably will be on a rejection of this level here. For me, it's still looking, short. But, once we break this level, once we get through this, then you'll have to wait. It may push up and test the 20 here. It's like I'm thinking FNSR is doing the same thing. It's going up. We're testing the 20. This is going to determine what we're going to do. I mean, the SPY is trending down. This is going up. This has been trading opposite the SPY all day. Same way with AAOI. It's been trading opposite the SPY all day. Yeah, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to need you guys to remind me to cut the recording on today so I don't miss recording this session. I forgot to hit record last. I'll do that at lunch. I'll give a trading summary at lunch. Right now, I don't want to look at it. Once I finish this morning session, then I'll put the trades up to share while I go to lunch. I think this thing is getting a little active here. All right, here comes the rejection on FNSR. Now, it's something that I would consider getting in because we've got a nicer window to the downside. Problem I have with this is the 9 moving average is trending up. So we would have to lose this in order for me to consider it. Because right now I'd be shorting into support. And that's something that I tend to stay away from. All right, guys, I got to make a pit stop. I will be right back. All right. Not sure about this AAOI now. It looks like it's trying to grind up. It's like it's trying to grind up here. Because we kind of broke out of this. We're breaking out of the top channel here. The only thing we've got the 9 and the 200 right here holding it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, take it off here, and we will just sit back and wait for the retest here for it to test the 200. right, so what I'm doing now, I'm waiting to see. See, it broke out of that little triangle it was forming. So now I'm waiting to see if it rejects here. It's going to test the 20. It's testing it now. And I'll look for the rejection off of that. And you see FNSR, you know, it rejected out to 20, but this has been holding it up. So like I said, if we get through this, I mean, I'd be interested in it. But it has to get through this. I don't want to short it and sit here and wait for it to crack it. Might be a long wait. It may be a short wait, but we'll keep our eye on it. The short sell IBM off of 160. Nope. 160 is, for 159.80 or so, is probably going to be the floor today. That's going to be the bottom. I believe it's going to be the bottom on it. This, cannot believe this was a trade of the day. There's the level. I mean, this window, it closed it up. It's absolutely beautiful. And it did it without a pullback. It did it without even a pullback on the daily chart. I mean, on the 5-minute chart. That's amazing. Yeah, today was a day we had stocks on watch that gave us solid moves. The problem is I didn't trade them correctly. That's kind of what it boiled down to. All right, here again, I'm not sure if we're going to turn here or if we're going to go up and give this a little bit stronger test. So I have to sit back and wait. Let's see what my dogs are barking at. The church people are walking today. Yeah, see here, it was trying to bait us in. right here. That's why I always have to wait for a confirmed move and hold under the level. So I think, we're going to get more of a solid test to this 20 here. But as long as it keeps trending down, then it'll give us a good indication of that we're going to continue down today. And take a look at this bounce. There's a bounce right off that level. If we get a full bounce back to the 20 here, I would definitely throw 100 shares at it and let it fade the rest of the day. Because that's more than likely that's what it will do. So I'll keep an eye on that. Only if it pulls back to the 20 would I do that. Anything else, I wouldn't even look at doing it. The other one we're looking at, FNSR, you see it's being held up. This is why I didn't take it off this rejection. I had no confidence that we would break through the support. Now, if you were going to short, let's see, IBM. I think, Mitch, you were asking me about that. I would short it off this rejection. This will be a good place to short it. And you'll have a decent move down through 160. A good opportunity for a move down through 160. Because 159.80 is where we have that support. I can't get this exact, but I think 81 is going to be close. Let's see, IBM is rejecting the 20, and that's been the strong level there. That's been the strong indicator for stocks over this last period. So here's your entry here, 154, and then basing, and you risk off of the 20 here. If it comes back and it loses the 20, then you take it off, because technically your trade is not in play anymore. It's not ready. It's trying to recover. It may test this 20 again. We'll have to wait and see. These guys are going to ring my doorbell here before long. I think they're at my door or close to it now. And this, guys, is the hardest thing to do, is to be patient and wait. And see, not every time you get in a trade, it's going to go your way immediately. You know, sometimes it's going to go back. It's not going to move straight down. And you have to be ready to accept that. That's why you have stop losses in place, so that if emotionally you get caught up, you can you'll have something there to protect you. So if you get that deer in the headlight look, then you got a mechanism to protect you. So what I'll be doing here is watching the 2-minute candle. This one is just, it's making a new high. We're starting to push back up toward VWAP. So I kind of wait to see what happens with this. Yeah, AAOI, I need it to close below this level. Now I need this candle to close, and then the next candle I can look to get in on. So this has to, I'm not going to anticipate it down here just yet. So we got about 30 more seconds. 20. See what this candle is going to do. And then again, my stop's going to be based on the 9 moving average there. All right, so what are we going to do here? All right, so I'm going to get in here. Short at 43.72. Again, my stop is going to be the 20-day or the 20 period, since it's on a 5-minute chart. So we can put in our max loss stop or a hard stop that'll protect us if it starts to run. That's going to be 43.92. And that's going to give us enough room, because the 20 is at 43.87. All right, so the target on this is going to be 43.30 is going to be the first one. That's going to be the first target. No, I'm not getting rated by the feds. It's the I think it's the Jehovah's Witness that are coming around today. I usually get to talk to them on Saturdays when I'm out cutting the grass and working in the yard. They usually walk around on Saturday mornings, and I get to talk to them then. But when they come during the week, in the middle of the workday, I can't really talk to them. So here, FNSR. Unreal. This is a classic fake. That's why I always have to wait for this to reject. This is what burned me yesterday. Anticipating, and it didn't reject, and I got burned. Two to one, Vlad. I'm risking 20 cents. And I'm anticipating the lower deviation band to be around that area when the stock gets there. Let me put it in here for you. Well, it's, no, not 42, 43.32. So that will be the target. And again, this is trading a little choppier today. This week has been pretty choppy. So, I mean, this is to be expected. All right, guys. those of you that's are joining us for our Sneak Peek Wednesday, we got about 13 more minutes on the countdown here. So maybe this will get to a cover spot, this AAOI. One thing about this, as you can see, it's prone to some pretty significant washes. So no reason why I can't wash to 43.30s and then come back. So maybe in the next 13 minutes or so, we'll see that. Mitch, not if it rejects it, that means it's gonna go down. If it holds the 20, that would signal strength. But whether it's got enough, if there's enough interest in it to buy it up, that's going to be the question. Take my medicine. Mine is 4.4K. Oh, that's from yesterday. Alright, the lower deviation band now is at 43.40. It's not fading as fast as I want it to. Okay, so the previous low is 43.46, which is right here. Which is somewhere in there. So that's a penny off. So that's the previous low. And it needs to kind of come through that. And I might have to adjust this 32 order here based on where the lower deviation band is when it gets there. Right now it's at 39. So I'm gonna have to move this to 35 right now. Oh no, bye, dummy. So I might have to bump it up a little bit more if the deviation band doesn't open up anymore. All right, you're welcome. So if you guys hanging out, if you like this, the door's open. Come and join us. And the idea was to limit membership to 250. But then I realized not everybody can come and chat at the same time every day. So we could actually have more people join than I anticipated, which is a good thing. I don't want 20 cents here. I don't want 1-to-1. It's not what I'm looking for. Oh, great. At least I'm not. Hopefully, I don't put you to sleep. My style of trading a lot of times is slower and more meticulous. The early morning trades are the ones that may get some movement pretty quick on. But other than that, the rest of them, they're pretty slow. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to sign off right now. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun. Just make sure you join us for our morning shows every morning. We'll be here every weekday morning at 8:30 to 9. We'll be building our watch list and all that good stuff. And we will see you then. We'll have this again next Wednesday. May not be able to hang out as long, but we'll still have it. Yeah, it just popped up and hit my stop. So that's it on that. I won't be messing with it anymore today. I'm just gonna leave it be. This thing is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All right, guys, so take it easy, and we will see you next time.